Alright guys, I am on the Protective Headgear Closed Iron Helmet mod page on Nexus Mods. But this mod coverage is going to be slightly different than mods I've covered in the past. I don't think I'm going to demo this because there are so many different versions of Protective Headgear. So many different replacers that I'm just going to try to cover as many of them as there are available right now, all made by the mod author Hug-a-Muffin. If you guys like this mod or any of the ones that I'm going to show, go ahead and endorse them once you have them downloaded. And as always guys, I will leave links in the description down below to each and every one of these different ones that I'm going to cover. So the question is, what is this mod? And what is the Protective Headgear series of mods, I guess? Well, in the vanilla version of the game, the iron helmets expose your face quite a bit. And for anyone that's a huge fan of fantasy movies and whatnot, back in the medieval times, in war movies and whatnot, you see people getting stabbed in the face all the time. And this mod aims to bring a little bit more of protection to one of your most vital organs, your face. And that's exactly what it does. And you can see from some of the images here, we'll just go through a couple. You can see this was the initial version 1 and this is version 1.3. So this mod author has put in a ton of work to show exactly what kind of progress he's been making and what kind of great additions there are, and just make this overall look like a very nice helmet that does what it's supposed to do and keep you protected. But he didn't just stop with iron, he's got quite a few more of these. And some of these have a couple unique variants as well. So steel, for instance, you get your choice of different versions, but you can only have one version installed at a time. So keep that in mind as well. You can see we've got some pretty interesting things. And I do think these work with beast races as well, which is a bit of a tricky situation, I would imagine. I personally don't have this downloaded just yet, and I haven't tested with an Argonian or Khajiit, but just know that's the point of these mods, is to cover your face. We have a Dwarven version as well. Now, there's an Argonian right there, so, you know, your nose might get smushed a bit, but just keep in mind that that's what's going to look like if you have the helmet on. And I think it looks pretty good, to be completely honest with you guys. There's also ebony, and you can see a couple of different versions here. Just a base one with a little point at the top there, a little red fluff at the top. And you can see here we've got the plume, we have a blink, we have a spike, we have a crest, which is pretty nice, and we also have the flute version. And I think these are fantastic, and they double as both protection and also menace. Pretty cool stuff, guys. And if you thought it was only going to be heavy armor, it is not. And we are showing amber right now, which I think actually is heavy armor, maybe. We've got different versions. So we have a kind of open one, we have the half closed where your eyes are out, we have the closed, and then we have the glowing eyes version. Pretty cool stuff. I think personally is fantastic. This is probably going to be in my load order until the end of time. Look at this leather variations here. That is leather armor that I wanted. Look at that. It's phenomenal. This is some of the best stuff of all time, guys. We've got the fighter. We've got the brute. We've got the sneak thief, the prowler, and the spooky. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Look at that. I love it. We also have the chainmail, which I think definitely adds an air of menace. Makes you pretty intimidating. Chainmail is good stuff. Space for beards. Nice. As you can see, this was the before, and that's a very stabbable face, and that is less so. That's what I was looking for in pictures. I was hoping there was a lot more of those before and afters. Alright, so we got the Elven here, and as you can see, there's 4 different versions here. Closed off, opened, and then also with wings on this thing here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, that just looks good. I don't know what else to say, guys. Looking pretty good. And it is also working with pleasing palettes and Elven Armor rework. That is really nice to know. That's amazing. That's real good. Alright, and then glass. That looks good. Alright, so we got the opened, where you can see the eyes and beard and mouth, and then we have the closed with a nice little veil over it. That is really nice. Man. Please tell me there's a before and after. Man. Good stuff. Alright guys, so there's all these different versions of, well, I guess not different versions, but different mods in the series for protective headgear. They are all protective headgear, all made by the same mod author, Hugamuffin. And I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through the installation of just the iron one for now. I think all of the installation should be about the same. I know there's different versions, for instance, for ebony. And just real quick before I eat my words, we've got the ebony all-in-one here, and then we've got different versions. So yeah, I think they're all going to pretty much follow the same installation instructions. I'm just going to walk you guys through the iron. Patch for pleasing palettes, rust. Okay, so he came up with his own patches. That's great. Okay, so if you guys are using the pleasing palettes, just know this is going to also be a requirement for compatibility. Otherwise, you'll see this next to the rest of your armor being the pleasing palette color. Okay, so first up, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through Vortex Installation for Protective Headgear Iron. We'll just do a Mod Manager download, do a slow download. And if we scroll up to Protective, right there, Protective Headgear Iron. And I think the rest of them are all going to show up as Protective Headgear dash whichever one they are. And that is it, guys. Vortex handles that real nice. No crazy complications there. I much prefer Vortex to manual installations all day, every day, guys. But let's go ahead and go through manual installation because I know people will ask for it. And we're just going to do the slow download. And for anybody that has watched my videos in the past, you know I have a manual mods folder where I stash all of my mods that I want to download and install manually. I'm just going to save this there. And we are going to go ahead and open that full folder where I have all these saved. And then I need to open the games folder as well. Now, for everybody watching that's manually installing, you probably already know where your Oblivion Remastered Games folder is, but if you don't, just, it's wherever you have Steam installed. It's going to be under Steam, steamapps, common, Oblivion Remastered. Alright, so let's get back to the mod folder where we've downloaded it. It's in a .rar file. We're going to go ahead and unzip it with 7-zip, extract over here. You can see protective headgear iron is right there. We no longer need this .rar file, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And we're going to open up this folder. As you can see here, we have protective headgear iron. Open that up, and we have these 3 files right here. All that we need to do to get this installed is go into Oblivion Remastered, Content, Paks, Mods, and if we scroll down here, I'm sure we already see all 3 of these are already here and installed because Vortex is doing all the heavy lifting for me and already has them installed. So all you would have to do to manually install is drag these 3 files over here and put them in this squiggly line mods folder. And that is it. You've got the mod installed. Hopefully, guys, that was pretty straightforward, pretty easy to follow along. I am, after getting done with recording, going to install all the other ones with Vortex. But let me know if you guys got stuck anywhere or if you have any trouble with the other mods. And I will hopefully be able to give you guys some updates if there's any complications with the other mods in the series, especially the ones that have different versions. But I don't think they're going to be installed any differently than this one. And hopefully I'll be able to help you guys if you get stuck and get you guys playing this game with the mods that you love. Alright, with all of that out of the way, guys, as always, happy modding and happy Mondays. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was very helpful showcasing this mod and showing how to install it. I'm really hoping that we can get this channel growing so that we can show as many people as possible how easy it is to install some mods and showcase some really good mods that some hardworking people come up with. In order to do that, though, I'm really going to need you guys' help. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with as many people as you can. We'll try to get this channel growing, and hopefully it helps as many people as possible. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.